Endless Summer Workouts 3 and 4. This is 2 events in 12 minutes. The athletes are going to come out, and as a team, they're going to work for 6 minutes on an AMRAP of 8 snatches and 1 rope cleanse. They can pick the order for their team to go in, but each athlete will do 8 snatches and then 1 rope cleanse. The next person comes in, 8 snatches, 1 rope cleanse. It is a conga line style, so they don't have to wait for the first person to get through both movements. As soon as the snatches open up, the next person can be on snatches. But they have to wait to go to rope climb until they're finished their rope climb, then they can move on. But when the snatch bar is open, they can move to the snatch bar. They're going to stay in that same order that they designated for the full 6 minutes and get as many rounds as possible. Here's the thing, this one's going to be fast. The best teams are going to go through, having each person go through multiple times. What we're looking for, though, is to keep this one moving. We don't want somebody to get stuck if they can't do a rope climb. So we're giving them the option of 15 knee-ups. It's still going to be a little penalty because this is going to take longer than the rope climbs, but it won't hold up the team that they can't complete anything. So your athletes, you're going to get to know. I would ask them first before you even start, is there anyone here that's going to do knee-ups right from the start? It's good for you to know, are you going to have anybody that's going to try rope climbs, because they can try as many times as they want. They're just wasting time if they can't get up there. But if they can, that's fine. So just be aware that they don't have to choose just one. They can do rope climbs for a while and then do knee-ups if they want to. The weights for the snatch is pretty light. 95-45 for the younger division, 75-35 for the older division. Just a note that the women's bar for this one is going to be an 11-pound bar. We do want them to have plates on the bars. So they're going to have an 11-pound bar, but when they get over to the max snatch, that barbell is going to be a 33-pound bar. So just a note to equipment crew, there's going to be a little different barbells there for the women's. As soon as they're done at 6 minutes, it's going to be a 1-minute rest. They can strip all the weights off their bar, and then they're going to have 5 minutes with their elevated heart rate, then to find their 1 rep max. Over here, they're going to have 1 female bar, 1 male bar, and they're going to have a whole pile of equipment in between that they have to share, and they will have that full time to get 4 weights, and we're going to add them all together, and that's a scored event. So here's the thing, we're going to need some extra help for bar math on this portion because we don't have any order. It's both women are going to go back and forth. They can take turns. It just gets a little hairy if you've ever been a part of one of these events with max weights and max lifts, that making sure you know which athlete has gone and which athlete needs to go. Always good on the scorecard to write down purple shorts or brown hair, whatever designates the two, so that you know who has completed what weight. So over here for the diagram, here's the thing with this one. The rope is going to be a short rope. It's going to be on the outriggers on the rig. So it's only a 12-foot at the most rope. So it's like 11.5 feet. The athlete only has to touch the metal part, the clip part. They don't have to touch the cross beam at the top. So that's the rope, pretty standard, legless, with your legs, whatever, and then just touch that metal part and then show control on the way down. They can jump off a little ways down just as long as they don't touch and then free fall off for injuries. There's going to be no mats under the rope. That's pretty simple. The bigger part is going to be paying attention to the snatches. We're going to have 1 judge designated for the rope, and we're going to have 1 judge designated for the snatches. Here's the way the setup is going to be. They can choose their order. There's going to be a poly spot that the next person that's going to do the snatches is just going to wait there. Because of the 2 bars, it could get confusing, and it could be where people try to jump the gun and get on the snatch bar before they're supposed to. So in this group, 3, 2, 1, go. The man goes to his snatch bar. The lady then waits here at her poly spot until he finishes. As soon as he's done and he moves on to the rope, then she can go over to her bar and get started on the snatches. She has to stay at her bar until he's finished, and then this person would move up to the poly spot and wait. Same thing on all of the other ones. Doesn't matter what the order is. The female bar will always be over here, and the male bar will always be closest to the poly spot. They're going to keep going and just make sure they're going to always go back into this order. So the judge here for snatches or judges are just going to pay attention to make sure they stay in that order. I don't think we're going to have a problem with that, but just be aware. It's, again, good idea to write down colors or write down some significant things about the people to say their order. We can have equipment crew also watching that just to make sure. But it's going to go fast. I don't think they're going to have any problems with that. Once that's done, they're going to strip the weights off their barbells. Start with an empty barbell. Actually, they don't have to because they can start with that weight if they want. They're probably most likely just going to add to it. There will be an additional women's 33-pound bar right there in the plate mix. But this is their pile of plates we're going to have that they can use. They can help each other. They have to have collars, and then we're working for 5 minutes for the max snatch. So with the heart rates elevated, I expect to see missed lifts. I expect to see people really pushing to that 5th minute and really rush at the end there to try to get every last pound that they can. I said there's going to be 2 judges, and we have I think that's pretty much it for that. The other thing for the standard for the snatches, it's a power snatch for the lightweight. It's a squat snatch or power snatch. Doesn't matter to us what style of snatch they use for their snatches. So it doesn't have to get below parallel on their depth. It's just a snatch. So to us, it doesn't matter. Just make sure the bar comes from the ground, and when they stand up, they stand all the way up under control. Just make sure you wait until they stop and they're fully locked out if they're walkers or if their arms aren't fully locked out. That's the biggest thing. This is for the first time we're doing a snatch in a workout or in a competition, so we want people to be safe. Usually people that aren't strong with the snatch are not able to get the barbell overhead, but sometimes if they are and they lose it, that's just, we want to look for safety. So if you have somebody that's going for different, a weight that you feel uncomfortable about or you think there's going to be issues, just flag Keith or I or Josh over, and we'll just kind of take a look. We don't want anybody to get injured. We're hoping that this will fire them up enough that they know they're not going to hit maxes, so they won't be near max loads, is what the goal is for this one. Fatigue them, get the pull from the rope climb, get the pull from the snatches over here, blow that all up so that they don't have that pull and they won't be able to get the weight overhead and fail there. They'll fail before they even get it over their head. That's the thoughts on that one, and we'll see what they can do under fatigue. That's event 3 and 4, 2 scored events. That's the bulk of the competition.